Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for being so patient and waiting. When I set up the live stream, I set it up for. I thought it was for 12:30 p.m. Pacific, but I appreciate everyone waiting and thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is President Trump, and President Trump on Twitter basically echoed the same thing that I've been saying for a long time. He actually almost used the same words. So this is kind of interesting. If you look here on Twitter, let's see where. All right. If you look at what President Trump, by the way, to my super chat, thank you so very much. You give me every incentive to rock these live streams. There's this mentality that nothing's ever going to happen because the super secret people on MySpace, they got everybody expecting something and nothing happened. And look, they can't go into 2020 with Michael Cohen nonsense and comparing Jared Kushner with. This is a New York Times article from anonymous sources that say that, Jared Kushner was given a top secret security clearance and he shouldn't have been given. Oh my God, the intelligence agencies. This is all based on these writers, one of whom, I think this was one of the friendly journalists of the Clinton campaign. But this is not a server, not a server, you're not talking about transferring top secret intelligence onto servers for 4 years that even the U.S. government didn't even have access to. It's a completely different story. A completely different story. By the way, also check out my Federalist article, Why Bernie Sanders Supporters Should Vote Trump in 2020. Share that everywhere. Thank you. So on Twitter today, and by the way, Clinton's running, so don't be surprised. You heard it here first. It'll be one of the many things I say. Many things I've predicted and said would happen. She's running again, and she's going to lose again, but she's going to raise a lot of money, even more money than in 2016. So Trump, Twitter, I'll get to that in a moment. So he writes, and the fraudulent, dishonest statements made on Wednesday. Time to start looking at the other side where real crimes were committed. Time to start, must end now. Republicans have been long enough. Time to start looking at the other side where real crimes were committed. Ladies and gentlemen, he is telling you exactly. He's telling you exactly what's going to happen. Time to start. Do you think he's going to look? You think he's going to spend the next 2 years clowning William Barr like he did with Sessions? No. Time to start look, and I use that phrase also. It's time to start looking at the other side where real crimes were committed. The New York Times, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Times is reporting that Trump ordered officials to give. There's a video from 20 days ago of Trump repeatedly denying the president had anything to do with it. So what? So what? The New York Times is about it's a little bit more reputable than BuzzFeed at this point now. The New York Times is reporting based on what? Based on what? And I'll get to Clinton running in a second. It's unbelievable. Like, oh yeah, to these people, Russia interfered in the election. They can't explain how. To sow division. We were already divided. David Brock already spent $1 million on fake Twitter bots and Facebook profiles to harass people. I was already getting hit pieces written on me. Nobody even knows who I am, really. And they were still trying to write and disparage me. This is before the DNC emails. We were divided primarily because Clinton has a history of everything the political establishment today reviles. Everything from racism to horrible foreign policy. Everything they want to accuse Trump of, Clinton has a history of doing. Luke Evans, thank you. Eric H526, thank you so very much. Armed American, thank you. So this, ladies and gentlemen, okay, so the New York Times, Kushner, just read the first paragraph. Trump ordered officials to give Kushner security. So what? This is Maggie Haberman, who in one of the DNC emails, or Podesta emails, sorry, was viewed as a friendly journalist. Now, I don't know if she's a friendly journalist or not, but that's what they wrote about her. That's what the Clinton campaign wrote about her. Okay? President Trump ordered his chief of staff to grant his son-in-law and senior advisor, Jared Kushner, a top secret, overruling concerns flagged by intelligence officials. Yeah, who? Comey? Brennan? 4 people briefed on the matter said. What does that even mean? What does 4 people briefed on the matter said? What does 4 people briefed on the matter? What does that even mean? Can anyone say what 4 people briefed on the matter means? Let me read it the way Democrats would read this. President Trump ordered his chief of staff to grant his son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner a top secret security clearance last year. No, this is just like when Hillary Clinton used numerous servers and destroyed them and deleted 33,000 emails without government oversight and transferred top secret and special access program intelligence from JWICs for 4 years without Obama knowing. Just like that. President Trump ordered his chief of staff to grant his son-in-law and senior advisor, Jared Kushner, a top-secret security clearance last year, overruling concerns from the intelligence officials. What? And the White House's top lawyer. 4 people briefed on the matter said. What does that even mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? 4 people briefed on the matter said. You have, they believe in nonsense. They're like, oh yeah, well, Russia obviously tried to influence the election. Why? Because Obama presided over 20% of U.S. uranium, signed off. He could have vetoed the deal. Why didn't Obama veto the deal? Why didn't Obama veto the deal? Just wondering. Anybody know? We have a situation where people there's fake news and they're believing it, and it's like, this is not journalism. 4 people briefed on the matter said. An anonymous person writes an op-ed in the New York Times saying that they take things from Trump's desk. An anonymous person said this. Then you have the Trump gave classified intelligence to somebody. Somebody said Trump gave classified intelligence. Trump revealed highly classified intelligence. Really? How do you know? How do you know? A critical, official said. Even within the U.S. government, officials said. According to current and former U.S. officials, there's a person named current and former U.S. officials. Trump revealed highly classified intelligence. Guess what? He can speak about anything he wants. That's what every single thing a president says to another dignitary or head of state is highly classified. Everything highly classified. Everything he says is highly classified. A current and former American official said Monday, this is the New York Times, in 2017, no. A current and former American official? You mean to tell me somebody who voted for Hillary Clinton? No. A current and former official, current and former official, current and former official, current and former official. Current and former officials say. 4 people briefed with the matter say. Somebody who doesn't like Trump says. A person who reads the New York Times and votes Democrat says. And then one story, like, every so often, like, yeah, there are investigations about the Clinton Foundation with him, officials say, oh, no. The name of the person isn't there. And then you have, ladies and gentlemen, it's right here. If Democrats don't put forward a unifying candidate in 2020 and try to win back at least some voters who supported Trump in 2016, they will lose a Democratic operative who, it's a former Clinton advisor, Jennifer Palmieri. Who do you think she's referring to? Salad-eating Amy Klobuchar? Gee, I wonder who she's referring to. I wonder who she's referring to. Could it be Madam Secretary? She's running again, ladies and gentlemen. She's running again. I'm telling you this. Lately, my channel's been like, just kind of cruising by, like nothing really, like nothing's really going viral because everyone thinks that the MySpace people ruined it for everyone. And if it didn't happen with the MySpace tribunals, then it'll never happen. I've been telling you it has nothing to do with a message board. It has to do, there are no white hats, green hats, blue hats, red hats, whatever hats. There are no hats. They don't even wear hats. They don't even wear hats. It is a struggle for political power, and President Trump finally has a DOJ. He's not going to do it right away, but it'll happen soon enough. And you can't go into 2020. You cannot go into 2020 on the defensive, especially when real crimes were committed by others. Exactly, Sandy, exactly. Juanito Moon! Juanito Moon, hello. My favorite is when Emma says, some people say, former officials say, they should just say Clinton supporter says. Thank you, Juanito Moon. Tino Bobina! I want to write a book now, just having lived through this mess. There was a book there, I swear. You should write a book. Tino Bobina. Tino Bobina. Why don't you? You should write a book. You absolutely should write a book. People are still buying my books on Amazon. You absolutely should write a book. Tina Bobina. Thank you. Thank you, Tina Bobina. And somebody says she's running again. And guess what? You are going to love it. And if you don't love it, you are going to be the worst person. The worst person ever. You are just going to be the most horrible person ever. You're going to allow Trump to win a great economy, great foreign policy. It's not that great. The peace talks with North Korea failed. What was that first? The peace talks. Were there peace talks with Obama? No, but this is a photo op. It's like they're like petulant, like middle school kids. Like honestly, like they've turned into it's just a giant middle school drama. Giant middle school drama. That's it. That's it. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where the same people who say to you, "Oh, I don't really like Clinton. I never liked Clinton." They're going to vote for Clinton again because it's going to be. Look, here is. We'll just say it again. Jennifer, only a unifying figure could beat Trump in 2020, former Clinton advisor says. Who is she talking about? Amy Klobuchar? Only Amy Klobuchar can eat a salad with a comb and unify Americans against the orange monster. Who's presiding over peace between North and South Korea and hundreds of thousands of new manufacturing jobs and record low Black and Latino unemployment? All these horrific things. Only Amy Klobuchar can save us from this monster. He's objectively a good president, but only a unifying figure can beat Trump in 2020, former Clinton advisor says. Really? Who do you think, Jennifer Palmer? You think she's Biden? Really? You think she means Biden? I don't think so. And Trump is urging a probe of James Comey and Strzok and Page and Andrew McCabe and all of them. He's saying this on Twitter again. Be here on this channel, ladies and gentlemen. When it goes down, it won't be because of the LMNOP people who, it's a message board. My God almighty, if you're over 50 years old and you believe it, it's a message board. You don't remember how just forget about it. It's a message board. When it happens, it'll happen because of political power being wrestled away from the Obama administration. It takes 3 years for a president to really wrestle control away from his predecessor. It takes about 3 years. I have been saying that Clinton is going to get indicted. She will eventually. She will eventually get indicted. You don't need an official response because it's kind of like saying, well, Trump needs to talk about the Loch Ness Monster. Like people are believing things. Oh my God, I've done too much. I've spoken too much on it. But it's like the worst thing that could ever happen is kind of what has taken place a little bit in terms of believing, like a lot of people believing nonsense. But there's no need for president. I mean, Trump is getting. Could you imagine the media if Trump says, "Oh, just to let everybody know, the 8chan message board, that's not real." Oh my God, they would never end. If you never end, it would never end. But look, I mean, in terms of Clinton's not going to announce until 5, 6, 7 months from now. Clinton's not going to announce. Yes, no, I know. And that's dangerous. I agree with you on that. A lot of the base believes it, and it's dangerous because it can you're easily when Comedy Central is clowning people, and when Washington Post is running ads. This is what I mean. You're going to lose swing states. Like the LMNOP people are going to lose swing states potentially. They could lose the election potentially. Doesn't help anyone. It's an obvious. Well, you know me. I've brought it up a million times, but it's very dangerous. Notice how the left is like, we have Mueller. Nah, they don't have like Reddit. Well, anything's possible. I do think Trump's going to win, though. I do believe Trump's going to win. I agree with you, a citizen. I agree with you, 100%. I am in agreement with you. I just, the interesting thing is when things turn, and they will turn. When things turn, you're going to see the media, oh my God, he's going after political opponents. That's exactly what they did to Trump since 2015. He's going after political opponents. Yeah, they did that to Trump. They did that. That's exactly what they did to Trump. That is exactly what they did to Trump. Exactly what they did. They went after a political opponent. That's exactly what they did. Nobody talks about the Steele dossier. It's like they don't talk about the Steele dossier. They don't talk about the Steele dossier. Being purchased by Clinton. They don't talk about CrowdStrike. They don't talk about anything. And at a certain point, you're going to have to look. William Barr already promised Madge Mac at midnight. Westernalia. At midnight, the Debitalis surfaced off the coast of Westernalia. Captain Burnmo played to D sharp and Salon. This is like a Clue. It's like the beginning of Clue, or that game. Madge Mac, thank you. She's running again. Let everybody know she's running again. Okay. You think Biden? You think she's doing this for Biden? You think that Biden is going to suddenly unify? The coronation never ended. Do you understand? It never ended. It never ended. The coronation never ended, ladies and gentlemen. It keeps going and 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 going until she gets indicted, which she will. She committed crimes. Trump did not. The Russians didn't interfere in the election. There's no evidence of that. Simply citing U.S. intelligence testimony, the NSA is still moderately confident that the DNC was hacked. Nobody is certain of anything. They indicted Russian nationals based on CrowdStrike information. Who cares? It's the most overt setup. The Democrats found a tech firm to say, yeah, this happened. We were hacked. And the government was like, oh, okay, we believe it. It's like, and then, I mean, look, one thing that bothers me to no end, William Barr, Lindsey Graham were like, oh, I think we have to take this slowly and find. It's like they can't call out. They can't possibly call out the corruption because then, I mean, that's the basis. It's kind of like if you expose the corrupt nature, of what's really taking place. They can't just simply say, yeah, all of these people just lied through their teeth and fabricated everything. Get the Mueller report out there already. March is going to be a fun month. March is going to be a really fun month. Get the Mueller report out there. Just get it out already. And let's just, roll with, just pass it to the House, which is what will happen. The House of Representatives. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I explain in an upload before this. I explain in an upload why the Kushner issue has nothing to do with what Clinton did. Nothing. Job for 9, exactly. Thank you, Eric H526. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, she's running again. Hello, everyone. She's running. Rejoice. Rejoice and be happy. She's running. What better? I mean, this is amazing news. It's amazing news. Let me read you again. Only a unifying figure can beat Trump in 2020, former Clinton advisor says. Do you think she's referring to Biden? Do you think she's referring to Biden? They're going to go back to the money maker. They're going back to the person who just raises money. And if they lose, they'll still be wealthy because they launder money like it's like, nobody launders money better than Democrats. Nobody. Are you kidding me? Only a unifying figure can beat Trump in 2020. Really? Former Clinton advisor says, no. If Democrats don't put forward a unifying candidate in 2020 and try to win back at least some voters, some voters who supported, you think any Trump voter is going to vote for? That's the thing. They're delusional. They think that there are certain people who voted for Trump who would be like, let's just go, because they think Trump is like this orange madman. And so they think Clinton is like just that kind of persona. And so they'll be like, you know what? You voted for one madman. Now vote for an actual criminal in Clinton. It'll be better. You'll have even a better time. Did you ever wonder why every day somebody in Clinton world comes out and says something about the election, that she's running, or that, it's a unifying figure? She's right there. We need a unifying figure. Hillary. Right there. Just go out and say it. So my live chats can hit 1,000 viewers consistently like they were doing. The pay-per-view, exactly. The debates would be pay-per-view. Absolutely. And what will happen is unity. What will happen is this is what's going to take place. They're going to run out of money because nobody's going to give money to Klobuchar 2020. Make Comey eating salads great again. People, they won't even give like 50 cents to Elizabeth Warren. She failed her DNA test. How do you even fail a DNA test? But the thing is, look, when losing is winning, look, if losing is lucrative, everybody would lose. Clinton is a money-making machine. And everyone who gave me, you know what? You bring up Clinton too much, AJ. You bring up Clinton too much. You bring up Clinton too much. You're obsessed. You bring it. I knew she was going to run long time ago. She's running. I've been saying it every single day. I say it. She's going to get indicted too. I said she was going to lose. She lost. Fine, I was wrong about the House, right about the Senate, whatever. I'm not perfect. Most of the major things I'm right about. She's going to run again. And they're going to, all the cool people are going to do the same thing. They're like, you know what? We really do need Hillary again. We do need Hillary. We need Clinton. She's a fantastic, amazing candidate. She's wonderful. Hillary Clinton is wonderful. She's intelligent. She is, she's a dignified person. How dare you? Don't believe anything. Oh, yeah, it's a politically motivated investigation. That James Comey already stated that there was no charges to be made, even though it wasn't his call to make. And he didn't interview 17 witnesses, and he didn't even explain how she transferred top secret intelligence. But how dare you? Don't ever connect any dots. Money flowed into the Clinton Foundation because it was a coincidence. But Kushner, according to somebody's urologist's neighbor's accountant, said that Kushner was given top secret security clearance. Oh my God. It's going to happen. Kushner's fine. Nothing wrong with Kushner. Let's put it this way. When you have Uma Abedin, Cheryl Mills, Brian Pagliano, everyone around Clinton committing crimes, Kushner's like the last thing. Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen. And then Michael Cohen's testimony, it's like, she's the most qualified, exactly, Parabiology 101. She's the most qualified person ever to run, even in like middle schools throughout the world forever and ever. Even class president nobody was ever, Caesar was never as qualified. Nobody, even despots, nothing. Nobody's more qualified than Hillary. She's the most qualified of all. She's going to win again, or she's going to win the nomination / cheat and take the nomination. And they're going to then just force everyone. Oh, Lord, that's Hillary now. They're going to force everyone to vote for Clinton 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much. I will be back in about 2 hours, so be here in about 2 hours. Check this channel. Ladies and gentlemen, God bless. To my super chat, thank you. She's back, and it's going to be a repeat. There's going to be major investigations into Clinton this year. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day. Be back in 2 hours. Thank you.